to semi-final night at St James's Park. Setting up the flanks in support of Yohan Wissa. Man of the moment, Harvey Barnes, is among those left. Cheeria, he is named among the Manchester City substitutes here. Chris Sutton alongside me. Chris, a very big Cup legs to book a place in the Carabao Cup final 2026. A captivating watch. Murphy, this is Wissa, and that's over. The flag had stayed down as well. That's a big chance for Yohan Wissa for Newcastle.
Well, they work it brilliantly, Newcastle, from one end to the other.
A bit of pressure building up here. The City attack the Gallagate. O'Reilly. This is Nathan Ake. I think it got a touch on the way through. It did.
It did. He's done okay. And
he scored in both legs of the semi-final against Arsenal last season. Looking to set up Joelinton, who glances wide.
Just couldn't direct the header on target in that respect for Newcastle this evening.
Good pressure by Joelinton, but a good step over the line of the law in the view of our referee here tonight, Chris Kavanagh. Competing with Egypt, so he won't be back just yet. Semi-final. Semenyo. So important that Botman got that right, and he certainly did. Fishery for Manchester City. Haaland's on the move. Joelinton makes the block. Out comes Murphy. Free kick for Newcastle United. 1976, that was Newcastle's first final in this competition. Final most memorable for Dennis Stewart's overhead kick. A little flash point here. Hall. Free kick for Newcastle. The home fans baying for a booking, because it's not the first time that Lewis Hall has been felled like that. Gordon. To have a run and get beyond Nunez, who cuts him down and picks up a card for his troubles. Rush fired in. They'll get a corner off Nunez. A little bit in the second half. Here's Semenyo, meantime, for Manchester City. At the end of the first half. Doku probing. Hall. He knew that Semenyo was right behind, so wasn't going to take a chance there. What may well be the last kick of the first half. Haaland misses it, over by Ake. Took a swing from Foden. Joelinton back there. And Chris Kavanagh brings the first half to a close. Well, Newcastle's best moment in front of goal actually came pretty early on. At the Gallagate end, as they like to do in the second half. Newcastle and Manchester City, who do usually have a habit of producing a story when they come
in themselves, have to be more of an attacking threat in this second half.
Foden lent into by Bruno Guimaraes. A free kick for Manchester City in the first minute of the second half. Here is Silva. Now Doku. Back to Ake. Hanging by Ake. Seemed to be a push in there. There was a save required.
Yeah, there did seem to be a shove in there.
Fusanov. Nunez caught upfield. Gordon in. Wissa! Clawed away by Trafford before it sailed into the top corner. Hall to keep this going for Newcastle. Trafford again called into action. Of Swansea. Ramsey looks like he's ready to come back on, but he's still off as Doku slides it in! And put home by Antoine Semenyo. He scored on his debut in the FA Cup. He's done it again in the Carabao Cup. Semenyo for City. Now Gordon. Guimaraes didn't quite catch it as he might have wanted.
No, he didn't. Not like the earlier one where he rattled the post.
His corner, Trafford hasn't got it. It'll be another Newcastle corner from the other side. Botman making mischief, but City able to... This is Haaland. That's Foden. And Chow content just to prod it. In by Reinders and in! Semenyo's done it again! Time seemed to stand still for the Newcastle defence, but it didn't for Semenyo, whose start to...
Nick Pope.
City, number 9, is in an offside position. It impacts on the ability of the defender. Final decision is offside.
Well, that's the big... Newcastle seeking to whip up a storm. Voltemada, Alanga, Guimaraes didn't get it, Tonali did! Wide from the freshly introduced Italian, but suddenly St James's Park is starting to feel like it does on a big night. And Guimaraes clattered late. And a yellow card for Max Alain. Doku. Great work from Doku, was caught by Guimaraes. That's enough of that from the Newcastle round. A draw at the Stadium of Light, but they're in a good position here, and this is Bernardo Silva. Now Ryan Cherki. Rico Lewis. Here's Cherki. Nearly caught out Pope. The Newcastle goalkeeper got enough on it. Well, it's Husanov, and this is Voltemada. And the lane can clear, didn't get that quite right, Newcastle. It was a great opening for them.
And in game this evening.
This is brilliantly weaved by Manchester City into 8. Nuri, and swept home by Ryan Cherki. In the dying seconds at St James's Park, Manchester City dish out a serious blow to the holders.